Good morning, everyone. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the morning. My name is Yarni Sakta Chaudhary and I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with the IGP as a global member. IGP and non-profit organization is a social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Instead of Global Professional, IGP and ISO 9001, 2015 and 10002, 2018 is the training faculty for skill development, which was founded in 2000 and is generating corporate candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generation, proficient generation all over the world. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, and we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar, courses, awards, quiz competition, mentoring, and counsel. It's on the other side, we are also trying to serve more than 100 premium services for free, like with own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivational letter, and all knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can upgrade all day. We help to empower you to learn to meet the expectation and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several trainings, programs, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals. To ensure excellent and in-depth instruction, we arrange with qualified trainers, speakers, and instructors. We extend free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have affiliation with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual MOOC signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision, so we try to understand the needs of today's generation and we serve them with good research and practiced methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learners. We present more diversity, growth, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective base quality service and continue improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friends in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,326 webinars successfully. At present, now we're going to our start our 1,327. The program name is Learning Styles of a Student. And today we have our speaker. Our speaker name is Ma'am Bindu Garja Jacob. She's from India, and before I hand over the stage to our ma'am, want to share a very little about our speaker. She is a principal St. John's English Medium School, Johara Garibanda, Chhattisgarh. Um, Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Uh, Hello, ma'am. Her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Uh, Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Ma'am, how are you, ma'am?
Hello.
How are
Yes,
you,
ma'am,
ma'am?
fine. And what about you?
I'm also good. Ma'am, please give some description about yourself. Ma'am, please give some description about yourself.
नहीं आ रहा आवाज.
Ma'am, you can continue your
Hello.
presentation. Ma'am, you can continue your presentation.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you can continue your presentation, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
मेरे को सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है ना. Okay. Good morning and welcome to my presentation. Let me before that I wanted to share some few words about me. I am Bindu George Jacob, principal of St. John's English Medium School, Chhattisgarh, India. My topic is learning styles of students. And before starting my topic, I wanted to express my gratitude to IGP and give me a chance to perform in this field. So let's start. My topic is learning styles of students. So what's a learning style in training? A learning style is the way that different students learn. A style of learning refers to an individual's preferred way to absorb, process, comprehend, and retain information. The four key learning styles are: first visual, second auditory, tactile, and kinesthetic. And there is one theory known as WARC, that is which puts learners into four categories: visual, audio, reading, and kinesthetic. However, this model has been criticized as it overlooks several other learning styles and doesn't consider that some people can span multiple styles. Just like at school, different learning styles in the workplace and especially in training also need to be considered. These are visual, oral, kinesthetic, logical, solitary, reading and writing, verbal, social. So every student can fit into at least one or more of these styles. Let's take a look at what these learning styles mean in a little more detail. First, visual learners. Visual learners absorb information when it's presented in visual form, such as video, images, and graphics. If you are a visual learner, you learn by reading or seeing pictures. You understand and remember things by sight. You can picture what you are learning in your head, and you learn best by using methods that are primarily visual. You like to see what you are learning. Next, oral learners. Oral learners learn through listening. Whether this is on a person or a recording, when they are being told information, they find it far easier to take it. The oral learning style is a style in which individuals learn best through hearing directions and speaking answers. It is common for oral learners to be proficient at speaking and acting. Typically, oral learners prefer to listen to lectures rather than take notes. Next one is kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners retain information via experiences by using their senses. When they are able to dive in and get hands on using touch, sound, sight, and even taste and smell, they get much more out of the learning experiences. A kinesthetic learner would rather perform physical activity to learn something as an active participant instead of passively listening to a lecture or watching a demonstration. That is why the best way of learning something new is by having your hands on those things you are trying to learn. Next, logical learners. Logical learners, also known as mathematical learners, appreciate logic and structure. This type of learner is usually good at understanding complex mathematics and statistics. Logical learners succeed by using order, steps, and logic. These learners can make connections and recognize patterns with ease and work well with numbers. They have a very systematic approach to learning and are excellent at keeping organized. Solitary learners. Social learners can concentrate on learning when they are alone. They likely find others a distraction which prevents them from retaining information. Many people will use solitary learning when revising for an upcoming exam. However, may struggle if they are not a solitary learner. A solitary learner, also known as an intrapersonal learner, is someone who prefers learning on their own. These types of students are self motivated, enjoy working independently, and learn best when working alone. Students who are solitary learners spend a lot of time in self reflection and enjoy working on themselves. Next one is reading and writing learners. Much like solitary learners, reading and writing learners absorb information through, as the name suggests, reading and writing. That means they are far more likely to get more from reading a book than they are from watching a video or listening. Verbal learners. Verbal learners use audio and written tools and cues to aid their learning. They use tricks such as acronyms and a rhyme in a similar way to how we were taught. My very easy method just spared us nothing as a way to remember the order of the planets in our solar system. Social learners. Social learners prefer learning in a group environment, collaborating on projects with others. That way, they can test their knowledge on others and retain information via discussion. It's important to try to accommodate different learning styles in training and development, which is not always possible in the workplace. However, many e-learning courses understand that people learn differently and so have designed their courses with this in mind, allowing different learners to absorb the material. Identifying difficult learning styles. chances are most people won't even realize they fit into one or more of these different learning styles. They may think they prefer to learn a certain way, but likely don't associate it with a being certain type of learner. For example, a student may dislike reading because they can't concentrate on the words. However, they may love watching videos. Because of this, despite having an interest in, say, World War II, they may watch a lot of documentaries but scoff at of the thought reading a biography from a soldier. What style of learner are you? There are ways to identify which learning style or styles you fit under, bearing in mind you may fit in one more than. You may be a visual learner if you prefer to learn using images, videos, graphics, maps, flashcards, graphics, and diagrams. You may be an oral learner if you benefit from listening and speaking and enjoy taking part in discussions. You may appreciate recordings as you can listen the time. You may be a kinesthetic learner if you enjoy getting stuck into tasks and using your hands to interact. You may enjoy building models and using materials and learning through trial and error. You may be a reading and writing learner if you enjoy reading and making details note. You may also rewrite those notes and return to them regularly to help you retain information. You may be a logical learner if you enjoy working with numbers, mathematics, and statistics. You likely have an affinity for problem solving using logic or our emotion to find a solution. You may be a solitary learner if you struggle to concentrate around others. You would much rather than be in your own company to learn at your own pace. You may be a verbal learner if you enjoy learning using words and linguistic tricks. You may also be good at word games such as Scrabble and have a talent for public speaking. You may be a social learner if you like to be a part of study groups or collaborate on projects with different people. You possibly don't like to work alone and you have no problems asking questions. Now, how do children learn? Every child has different learning preference. Some prefer to learn by seeing or hearing, others by doing, some by reading, and others by asking questions. One thing all students have in common is that they all learn best when they incorporate items and topics that interest them into their studies. While your child may fit more than one learning style, you may notice patterns in their learning preferences. For example, a visual learner may also be a very social and verbal learner who prefers to learn especially difficult topics using their primary communication skills. Understanding how your child learner is one of the best ways to gain the most from their homeschool experiences and choose the best curriculum for your family. As new homeschoolers get started, we recommend going through what's called the deschooling process, a transitional period that allows you and your child to hit the reset button and let it go any preconceived notions of what learning should look like. Additionally, you can take this time to understand your child's learning style. Time for learning works for different types of learners. Time for Learning has developed a comprehensive multimodality learning curriculum that allows all students to reach successful levels of understanding no matter what their preferred learning style is. Time for Learning helps parents track students' progress and helps children advance through individualized learning paths. Our lessons are designed to meet a vast array of learning needs. This ensures complete coverage of the needed skills and concepts to ensure success. So that are walk test, visual learning style, auditory learning style, kinesthetic or tactile learning style. Now some tips for accommodating visual learning styles. Use maps, flowcharts, or webs to organize materials. Highlight and color code books, notes to organize and relate material. Have students pick out keywords and ideas in their own writing and highlight them in different colors to clearly reveal organizational patterns. Write out checklist of needed formulas, commonly misspelled words, etc. Write out and use flashcards for review of material. Draw pictures or cartoons on concepts. Write down material on slips of paper and move them around in the proper sequence. Use the chalkboard to note important information. If using the computer, have the student experiment with different font sizes and styles to enhance their readability. Next, some tips for accommodating auditory learning style. Engage the students in conversation about the subject matter. Question students about the material. Ask for oral summaries of material. Have them tape lectures and review them with you. Have them tape themselves reviewing material and listen it together. Read materials aloud to them. Use a talking calculator. Have them put materials to rhythm or tune and rehearse it aloud. Now some tips for accommodating kinesthetic or tactile learning style. Write out checklist of materials to be learned or looked for. Trace words and diagrams on paper. Use textured paper and experiment with the different sizes of pens, pencils, and crayons to write down information. Use role play or dramatize concepts. Students can move objects around the dramatized concept or act out the concept themselves. Ask the students to envision a scene in which the material to be learned is being used or acted out somehow. For example, a student could imagine being a character in a novel. Have the student take notes while reading or listening. Use some form of body movement while reciting material to be learned. like snapping fingers, pacing mouth ideas, etc. Why is it important for teachers to use different learning styles? It's important for teachers to know their learners' preferred learning styles because this knowledge will help teachers to plan their lessons to match or adapt their teaching and to provide the most appropriate and meaningful activities or tasks to suit a particular learner group at different stages. Why do teachers need to use different styles, techniques, and strategies for teaching? Teaching strategies play an important role in classroom instruction. Without the use of strategy, teachers would be aimlessly projecting information that doesn't connect with the learners or engage them. Strategies help learners participate, connect, and add excitement to the content being delivered. STEAM activities for students with different learning styles. There are many ways for students to show that they have absorbed key academic concepts and understand facts, figures, or lessons. While these students may learn best in entirely different ways, the only thing that matter in the ends in mastery, especially with the extended efforts in personalizing education. Students with different learning styles have had chances to explore that works best. In the education community, there are four central learning styles that are widely recognized. These include visual learning, auditory learning, kinesthetic learning, and reading and writing. Almost every student falls into one of these categories, and as you might guess, kinesthetic learning is most often associated with the hands on STEM experiences. Teaching students who are visual learners what to do. The first of these four learning styles is visual learning. These types of students prefer navigating classroom instruction by seeing and observing new topics and concepts. One reason that some students prefer visual learning is stronger understanding and attention when information is presented visually. This often involves teachers increasing the number of pictures and diagrams they use on incorporating whiteboard or a smartboard to display the information, whether they draw it themselves or show external resources. Teaching students who are visual learners. So, when designing STEAM activities for visual learners, it's very helpful to highlight the A and have the get artistic. When they get to draw diagrams or pictures or simply doodle their current thoughts, educators can get a better understanding of how well visual learners are grasping key concepts. Students could even use a tablet or any online drawing program to accomplish this. Those who prefer these learning styles even benefit from self paced learning, which allows them time to process material more effectively. Remember to keep that in mind when designing STEM lessons for the classroom. Adapting for students with auditory learning styles. Next, we have auditory learning styles, and this learning style is, of course, kind of similar to visual learning. Kids who seek out auditory learning opportunities simply prefer to receive educational content by way of sound. Like it, many traditional classrooms, this often involves lectures and verbal lessons instead of visual clues, or hands-on exploration. Hearing educators say the key messages they need to know and particularly taking notes in the process helps these students better process and retain content. Also, auditory learning helps teachers foster collaboration since these students visually enjoy speaking up and sharing ideas. Now, adapting for students with auditory learning styles. To integrate STEM opportunities for auditory learners, teachers can focus on the collaboration aspect. As we know, collaboration is one of the most important soft skill and working together in huge in the STEM careers. The students in might consider after presenting students with a background information. For example, teachers may assign a hands-on STEM project to different students group. This creates chances to apply their preferred learning styles and share ideas in real time while collaborating to achieve success. Finally, the teachers could ask students to communicate how they are applying the background information and share discoveries to confirm understanding. Teaching kinesthetic learners in the classroom. As we said, the kinesthetic learner style is one of the most closely related to STEM education. Kinesthetic learning often involves students learning through experiences and learning by doing. In STEM learning, in particular, this can involve a deep list of possibilities from engineering, a structure to programming, a robot, and even exploring a whole new world in virtual reality. The other important piece of kinesthetic learning is incorporating tactile elements. In STEAM projects, students are often using their hands even if only using digital tools without any physical counterparts. Using their hands to touch and handle things. Students who prefer the kinesthetic learning style can grasp concepts most effectively. Teaching kinesthetic learners in the classroom. One of the best way educators can impact kinesthetic learners is to help get them moving. This is perfect for STEAM education since these hands-on classroom activities may require them to move around anyway. Whether using educational robotic tools, other classrooms coding solutions, circuitry kits, or something else. Kinesthetic learners love learning up close. Pacing also helps them develop new skills, and once they retain experiences, they can sometimes understand them more easily. With so many connections to the kinesthetic learning style, STEM education is great for kids with this preference. Now, getting started with effective learning experiences. Some students may find they prefer visual learning because it helps them paint an authentic representation of concepts in their minds. Others might enjoy trying something new and discover that kinesthetic learning is for them since it helps them to use their senses and explore in the real world. Ultimately, there are not any right or wrong preferences when it comes to learning styles. And with so many effective classroom STEM resources available, teachers at all grade level can find great tools for engaging each type of students to explore our offerings, including classroom robots, makerspace, supplies for education, and even social emotional learning technology. check out our store. Please reach out some educational technique tools with certain learning styles as well. And follow us. So it's my conclusion. Being an effective class manager is not a talent which some people just have and others do not. It's a set of skills and an attitude learned through patience and practice. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. Ma'am, after your presentation, I hope our
Hello.
knowledge seeker can learn something new, which is our only intention to learn and grow together. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our question answer session, which is one more valuable part of our regular webinars.
Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our question answer session, which is one more
Honorable sir, honorable
of our
ma'am, please
regular
stay with
webinars.
us.
Once
After
again,
a
thank
short
you so
video,
much,
we'll be
ma'am,
back in our
for your
session part
presentation.
2,
Now, ma'am,
which
it's
is
time for
our
our
question
question
answer
answer
part.
session. Honorable sir, honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back in our session part 2, which is our question answer part.
Okay.
Honorable sir, honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back in our session part 2.
Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. After short video, we'll be back. So please stay with us and enjoy our question answer. Once again, welcome back everyone. It's time for our question answer session. After question answer, we'll share our certification process, and then we have the most engaging part, IGP webinar quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Let's welcome back our speaker. Once again, welcome back, ma'am. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, we are waiting for your question. If you have any question, you can ask. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, we are still waiting for your question. If you have any question, you can ask. Our speaker will answer this question. After question answer session, we have the certification and online quiz competition. Ma'am, I think there is no question. You covered all the topics, so I think for that there is no question. Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our day-to activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and when needed. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Take care. Oh, ma'am, there is one more question. From Isha Kiwi, which is the best learning aspect?
Yes, sir. Hello. This is I think kinesthetic learning is the best one because they can use all the materials to repeat again their topics and understand the experiences.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, once again, thank you so much, ma'am. Hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So, take care, ma'am. Ma'am, before we have done the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, today our some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, today our some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, first you have to go www.slido.com and find today's quiz and scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is global IGP. Quiz code is global IGP. After a short video, we'll be back. So please stay with us and enjoy our quiz. Once again, welcome back, everyone. It's time for our quiz session. If you want to join our quiz session, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is global IGP. And the code is global IGP. It is easy to join the quiz part, so mention your friends to join the quiz competition. It is easy to join the quiz part, so mention your friends to join the quiz competition. We'll pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will be directly print on your certificate. And top 10 will be awarded with quiz comprehension certificates. We have already 22 people. After some minutes later, we are going to start our quiz session. So please everyone join early. Now I'm going to start our quiz competition. First question is the learning styles of student in online education differ from the learning style of on campus. Is it option 1 true? And second option is not really. The learning styles of students in online education differ from the learning styles of an campus. Is it true? And second option is not really. And the correct answer is true, and 91% people are right. Now I'm going to our start second now question. Teachers should accommodate individual learning style of student because option 1 it increases student motivation, second option it decreases time on task. Teachers should accommodate individual learning style of a student because is it option 1 it increases student motivation, second option is it decreases time on task. And the correct answer is option 1. Now I'm going to go our trainer question. Understand the varied learning styles of a student and uses different strategies and approaches to educate. Option 1 modern teachers, second option traditional teachers. And the correct answer is modern teachers. 96% people are right. The next question to change or adjust assignments to meet the different needs and learning styles of student. Is it optional differentiate and second option accommodate? To change or adjust assignment to meet the different needs and learning styles of student is optional differentiate and second option accommodate. And the correct answer is option 1. Now, going to our fifth round question. The question is identifying all students' styles of learning will enable them to option 1 receive better grades. Second option is look for a work environment that best suits them or receive better grades. And the correct answer is look for a work environment that best suits them and or receive better grades. 96% people are right. Now going to our sixth round question. The question is the learning style of the student. Option 1 observation and second option is survey. The learning styles of the student. Option 1 is observation, second option is survey. And the correct answer is survey and 4% people are right. Now going to last seventh question. The learning styles of from four student is option 1 nominal and second option is interval. And the correct answer is nominal. 92% people are right. Now question is learning styles are a student preferred way of learning, studying, or option one, thinking. Second option is behaving. Learning styles are a student's preferred way of learning, studying, or option one is thinking, and second option is behaving. And the correct answer is thinking, and 71% people are right. Ninth now question is students have different style of learning. Is it true or false? Students have different styles of learning. Option one true, and second option is false. And the correct answer is true, and 100% people are right. On to our next question. The final question is special education classroom help support the different learning styles of students and with disabilities. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is true. 100% people are right. Congratulations, Florimenti Camponia Salviocho. He is our top one. In second position, we have Suvali Amtola. In third position, we have Rosella. In fourth position, we have Marichupi Lovero. In fifth position, we have Jenny Line Borja. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We'll pick your name and prepare certificate and we'll post them on our Facebook official page and group. Our Facebook official page and group name is Institution of Global Professional. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition, your top 10. Congratulations again. Slide will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we'll issue our online quiz competition certificates on our Facebook official page and group, and our Facebook official page and group name is Institute of Global Professional. If you want to live a happy life, try to goal, not to people or things. Before I say or hit the end button, again wants to thanks to all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you the next session. Till that, stay happy and blessed. Thank you, everyone.